Hello everybody and welcome to Game Dev Tycoon. If you haven't figured it out from the title, this is a game where you create your own video game company and rise to the top. Now it starts back from the beginning era of video games, back to 8-bit and Atari era, then it slowly progresses up until a generation into the future, and that's where the game stops. Well, the storyline stops, but you can still make games from there. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this neat little game here. And it says company name here because this thing has this game automatically loads up the name of your company that you last saved on. So the default name is company name. So we're actually gonna click continue and get started. New game. Welcome to Game Dev Tycoon. In this business simulation, you have been transported back in time to start your very own game development company right at the beginning of the PC revolution. In the next 35 years, you can build your dream company, create best-selling games, gain fans, and become the leader of the market. Now, what it doesn't mention is that you can do a lot more than that. You could actually even make your own video game consoles. You can make your own game engines and sell them. And you could even make your own version of Steam, which I will put the link to the description of this on Steam if you want to buy it. It's like $10 and it's actually worth it. Do not buy the pirated version of this because I'll explain later during the gameplay what's up with that. Alright, so we gotta give our company a name, so we're gonna name it Please excuse my spelling if I make any spelling mistakes throughout this. So we're gonna, and of course you can customize your character and so forth. Whatever. Okay, unlock hints. This is one of the things that was added in a later updated game. Before you choose, would you like to import all previously gained hints into this game? Yes. This is... Alright. I have... where is it? Okay, we're going to start this one. Overwrite. Alright then. So here we are, year 1, month 1, week 1. Then those little dots appear the days. So we're going to develop our new game. So this is where we start off with. So I'm thinking we're going to do horror, adventure, and then do I want to develop for the... also, when it names platforms on here, it gives fictionalized names, so even though it's blatantly obvious what they're supposed to be. So this is supposed to be the Commodore 64, and this is supposed to be just PC. Also, there's more market share for the Commodore 64 right now, so if we develop it and the game ends up being a good, we'll actually sell more copies, but we can play it safe and spend a quarter of the money in case the game doesn't do so well. So I think for the first game we're going to play it safe. I'm not going to make up names on the spot, so we're just going to call it horror. And then we're going to make it a text game. Why not? It's a text adventure. Okay, so here are the hints that the game was referencing earlier. What they do is they basically, from previous run-throughs, give you an idea of what works and what doesn't work. Because this is basically the part in the game design that you're choosing to spend. So it's a text adventure, so I'm probably going to want to invest as much as I can in the story. It looks like Engine is a text-based game, so of course. So a little bit of gameplay, maybe not... the question mark means it thinks gameplay might not be so important. Engine is definitely not important in here, but story and / quests, level 1. Now these, you do level these up. And as you level them up, you get to develop more advanced games, stuff for your game engines when you actually start making game engines. And this is level 1, you're in your parents' basement. Okay. So, looks like artificial intelligence for a horror adventure game, not so good. Level design. Yeah, an adventure game, yeah, so we're gonna play it safe by doing the middle, putting this kind of in the middle right here. It's a text-based game, so it makes sense the dialogue should be top priority. Okay. Now also, it takes, as your games get more and more advanced, it will take longer to develop. This is being developed pretty quick, because it's only been a month since we started, so Graphics? What graphics? It's a text game. Okay, so sound not so important. So like I said, graphics, text-based, and basic sounds. These are just generic sound effects type stuff. Alright, so we're going to wait for the debugging phase because we do not want to pretend we're EA here. Alright. And our first game ever has been made. Like I said before, you level these up. And as you level them up, you get access to more advanced tools to use for making your games. So right now, we're just pretty basic right here. Alright, so... Also, we could trash the game if we don't think it's going to be very good, but usually I just release them. Alright. Here's our game review. Let's see how well it did. Okay, subpar. Okay. Okay, so basically it's a subpar game. But for a first game ever... Up some news. Simon Studios, a newcomer in the game industry, has released their first game, Horror, received favorable reviews. With such a good start, Simon Studios are sure to... Sometimes if your name is a bit weird, it doesn't fit right with the grammar. Simon Studios is sure to gain fans quickly. So there we go. That's how many games we're selling. Alright, we released the number 62. And the fans are helpful because as you get more and more fans, you'll get more initial purchases at start. So don't expect to make a lot of money your first couple games. Alright, so next thing is first we're going to generate a game report. Now this is going to give us more hints. We're going to work on that. Get some more research points from that. Alright, sound seems to be not very important for this type of game, and that's it? Okay, usually you get... Okay, so we sold over 10,000 units of Horror. Sweet. Okay. Alright, also, this is one of the things I didn't like. For some reason, I can't just make a sequel right from the start. You actually have to research that. Which to me doesn't make any sense. Okay. Or actually... Oh, here we go. We'll do military because we happen to have a lot of... I've happened to do a lot of... developed a lot of games with military, so I got all the research points from that, so we can use that to progress through. Sweet. Alright, now we have a new topic for a new game. So we'll go ahead and make this a... Whoop, doop, doop, doop. Didn't want simulation, want strategy. Now also you'll notice these are good matches for here. Now also I don't know, I haven't done a lot of G64 games because frankly I've always played it safe for the first level, which is this 8 and 16-bit eras in gaming. So I never really, except for like a couple games, I never made anything on the G64. So that's why I have all this stuff unlocked here. Alright, so we're just going to give them like the most generic titles. Alright, now we're actually going to get some... sorry about that. Spend some money and give it actual graphics. I'm going to make an 8-bit strategy game. Alright, so now for here, I'm positive, haven't researched it yet apparently, but I'm positive gameplay is be more important. Engine, and I have no idea about story. Actually, it might not be that important, so I could drop this. We'll do that. Okay, our first game is off the market. So we made $85,000, which is not bad. Okay. Yes, artificial intelligence for a strategy game would be pretty important. Level design, we'll max this out. Minimize that. Okay, could leave that. Don't know about graphics yet. We'll have to take a gamble on that. Anyways, what I mentioned earlier, hold on, recent Commodore 64 is steadily outselling competitors in the PC sector. Okay, it's basically telling us something that we already know, because we already looked at the market shares earlier, so we'll finish our debugging. Don't want any game-breaking bugs here. And some new records. So we have new topic, new combo, so we get bonuses to leveling up. Alright. Alright, let's see how the game did. Oh, nice. Okay, so this did pretty well. It's a good game, but not a great game. This isn't like StarCraft. This is more like, trying to think of a good but not great strategy game. I can't think of any that would piss somebody off if I said it, so I'm just not going to say it. Alright, so, anyways, what I was going to mention about what I said about earlier. What happened was, prior to the game's official release on Steam... Ninvito. I wonder what that is. Anyways, it's planning to launch its very own home gaming console. Ninvito is known widely for the successful arcade game Dinky King. It's probably not a good title. Anyways, many industry experts doubt that home gaming consoles will take off, but we are eager to see what Ninvito will deliver. I have to remind myself I will keep on saying the real-life company's name instinctively, but we all know that that's what it's supposed to be anyways. Anyways, what I was going to mention was that prior to the game's official release, let me pause this, is the only way I know how is by clicking the mouse. The company, Greenheart Games, actually leaked this for any of those guys who use pirated copies, and what happened was they decided to fight pirates with more pirates. So as you progress through their eras, the more successful the game is, the more likely it was to be pirated, to the point where if you made like a solid 9 out of 10 game, pretty much every single copy that's being played is all pirated. So basically their solution to finding pirates is basically giving a taste their own medicine. It's actually one of the more clever methods of dealing with pirates I've seen. I mean, some are just outrageous, like Far Cry that had the chicken bullets. You could look that one up on YouTube. But I just thought I'd point this out. It's a pretty interesting thing that they did. Alright, let us continue. This just shows us what we got. So our average score, so got better. Now you'll notice because this game did better, it's also selling more. Come on, finish. Quit writing on your notepad. There we go. Alright, military and strategy are great combinations. Alright. Alright, yeah, see, we made, even though we spent a little bit more money, we also made more money. We actually made $95,000 in sales, and we actually spent more. So now we don't have enough to do our own game engine yet, but we do have enough for an own topic. Oh, sweet, sci-fi. So we'll research this, and we'll make our third game a sci-fi game. And after this, I think I'll end it there because it's starting to get up to the 15-minute mark on this. I think. I'm looking at my clock, which is right next to me. Yeah, it's about 14 minutes. Alright, here we go. Develop new game. Sci-fi. We'll make this one an action game. You know what? Let's go ahead and do a G64 game. Okay. Like I said, I got the most generic titles in here. Alright. 2D graphics. And here we go. The TES. That's just... Oh, it's not out yet. Okay. Basically, one of the best ways to tell what generation of gaming you're in is just to look at what consoles are currently out. Okay, so this one, engine, gameplay. Now, if there's no question marks next to them, that means we know for a fact that those are good. So we'll leave stories and quests right where it is. We'll switch engine and gameplay around. Okay, artificial intelligence. Oh, pretty much where I had it left at. Okay. Also, the trick to getting consecutively good games is also to make one that's slightly better than what your last one was. So, for example, if I made a sequel to this right off the bat and I wanted it to be the same score, I would have to make the game better just to get the same score. So sometimes it might help just to purposefully at the later stages to leave some bugs there, just to keep that score down so you're not screwing yourself in the long game. Because my first run through of this entire game, I ended up bankrupting my company in the Xbox 360 PS3 era, all because I kept on making so many good games in the generation before it, I couldn't make a good game once I got to the 360's PS3 era. Alright, there we go. We're finished. Alright, so not better than our last one, but looks like after one more game we will be able to actually make some cool stuff. Alright, let's see how this game did. Okay, it's another subpar game. Okay. We'll generate a game report. Now, we did spend quite a bit of money on making this, all because, but it's a higher market share, so we might be able to... Okay, contract work. I just finished space, and I'm just talent. Okay. Yeah, see, look right here. Within 2 weeks, we've already made our money back and more. Okay, so action games on the G64, almost said the actual name, are good. Alright, today the new platform by the TES by Ninvito has been released. Alright, sweet. So now we are actually in the 8-bit era, so... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, we've already, like I said before, we've already made our money back within the first week, so... Any, sales that come on from this point forward will just be pure profit, which we can use. Alright. Now, the way these contracts work, here it is. The way these contracts work is basically you see these are the objectives. So, for example, design and technology, which are also used for making games. So your objective is to get these amounts by the end of this time period. So in this case, 4 weeks. So we do character design, we do game backdrops, then debug a program. Now, if you don't want to make a game and risk it being bad and then you lose money, then you can play it safer by doing it this up. I would like to point out this part is only really important in these first few levels, because right now this is a lot of money. Like you see right here, I'm only getting for this week 6.7K dollars. But right here, just for this 4-week thing, I get 23,000. So in the early stages, these actually do help you and just give you that extra money if you need to kind of boost your reserve a little bit, just so you can afford to make a series of games. Hopefully one of them's good enough to advance to the next level. But once you get to the PS2 and the original Xbox, these are pointless, like literally completely pointless, unless you want to do research, because you will get research points from this, but I don't think it's any better than just making a game and then just trashing it. You just make a really cheap game and trash it, and that's it. Let me show you. Also, if you fail them, you will lose money. So I'm going to just go ahead and show you, see if we can do this. We might be able to pull this one off, because this is a little over a month. So we'll get 14,000, so let's go ahead and try doing it. Yeah, see, we got 1 research point so far. We got 2 research points. Alright. Yeah, and the contracts respawn every 6 months. Yeah, if you really want that money at the start just to give you a head start, then yeah, go ahead and try to do this, but just be warned, you could actually end up losing money. Like this one, I do not think I'll be able to do. And I don't think I'll be able to pull this one either, because it's actually less time than we had and more stuff. So it's about the 20-minute mark here on this recording, so I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and I may do a second video. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and save it. So what I'll do is I'll end this video here, and if you want to see more of this, let me know. I'll probably do a couple more videos as another playthrough for this game, but right now I'm mainly focusing on Skyrim. So until next time, I'll see you later.